Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Right now I need to get ready and I thought that we could talk about my unpopular opinion about college. Yes, college. I have some thoughts about it, so let's get into the video. Okay, so let's talk about it. Since I have maybe actually I start next week. Next week I start school, but before that I'm going to take one more mental health day and go on a road trip to Zion. We're gonna do a hiking trail called Angel's Landing right before, literally before, wait, is it before I start school? Yes. Wait, no. Okay, I lied. I don't have a week before school. Wait, no, yeah. Oh my God, I'm going nuts. See, the mental health is already starting. To be honest though, this whole week I have been tripping on what day it is of the week. So yeah. But anyways, oh, let's let those sirens go. I am going on a hiking trip because I need to get mentally and physically prepared for the spring semester of school. I basically have, right when I come back from that, I'm going to start my spring semester. I believe the next week. We are only going for let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like 4 days. I'm gonna go snowboarding. I'm going to do all the hobbies that I'm limited to do because we are, yes, still in a Rona situation in LA. So my mental health is a little important than, yeah. Anyways, so my unpopular opinion about college. If you have seen my videos, if you're new here, hi. If you have seen my previous videos, you will know that I started college, I think it's 3 years now. This is actually my last year. You will know that in the beginning of it, it was a decision I made because I don't know, I just felt like I needed to go back to college. I tried it once and I did not like it. I tried it when I graduated right after high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what career path I wanted. Like, I was one of those people that I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just went to college because I was told that I was supposed to go to college. My mom wanted me to go to college, so I did it mostly just to make her happy, which is a problem. And it's not like I was forced to go. I guess I did have a choice, but I made the choice to make my parents happy rather than to do whatever I wanted to do, which at the time anyways, I didn't know what I wanted to do career-wise. So when I decided to go back to college, it was after years of me just working and hustling and trying to find myself, and I ended up falling into fashion designing. So I went to a private school. So this is where we talk about private colleges. They're colleges that cost a lot of money, and in my case I went to an art school. I used to do a lot of modeling when I was in high school. I fell into fashion because of modeling. I loved fashion. I was a hair model, I was a clothing model for smaller vendors, people that were just coming up. I did a couple fashion shows. Yes, me, I'm only 5'3", and I did a couple fashion shows. Again, they were for smaller companies that were coming up, so the height requirement wasn't that much. It was more about your presence. These fashion shows were a little more of, I guess you would say, the urban side of fashion. So the qualifications or the kind of mass I guess you would say, or clientele that they were kind of focusing on is different from someone of a high fashion. So I fell into fashion that way. So I decided that I actually didn't like being in front of the camera when I would do print and stuff. I decided that I actually liked being behind the camera. This was all during the time when like the heels was popular with Miss Lauren Conrad, and she kind of inspired me to do things behind the runway. So I decided to go to fashion design school, well, art school, but I studied fashion design for maybe like a year. I went up to the part where I was going into marketing, the business side of fashion, but I stopped when I reached to my sewing class. I only did a year because unfortunately I did fall out of love with it when I went to school, and you'll see that that's a pattern throughout my story. So I stopped going and I just ended up falling into acting, which led me to commercials, and I did, you know, student films. I did what's it called, pilots and little things like that, little things here and there. I studied that for a while, and now I slowly kind of, I didn't fall out of love with it because then theater came and I fell back into it. I feel like, is that era of me ending? Probably not, because art will always be a part of me. But I decided I fell back in love with fitness, and I end up realizing that I love fitness when I started going to the gym. But the thing is that I didn't want to be a fitness trainer, which is fine if you do want to be a fitness trainer. I just didn't want to go that route. If anything, watching people like jolt their body while they're working out, and if you've been to a gym, you know what I'm talking about, and if you're one of those people, then well, this is a good little story to tell you. I saw a person like literally launching their body while they were working out, and then realized, man, that guy's body is going to betray him later on from all that heaviness that his body shouldn't be carrying when you're beginning to work out. And then I realized that there was something called physical therapy, and that is what I decided I wanted to do, because I wanted to help people with their body once they feel like they've abused it, basically. So I went back to school for PT, and the more I started having knowledge about what PT was, the more I fell in love with it, which brings me to community college. When it comes to education, I'm not so crazy about it. This is the thing. Let's go back to the beginning of my story. The reason why, point blank period, I did not like college was the pressure and the standards that they put on students. Fast forward to now, I went back to college. I started falling in love with PT. I loved my teachers and my classes, but till this day, I will say that the amount of pressure and workload they put on people, I still don't like it. Do I like college? I'm enjoying it, yes. Am I going to keep going? That's my plan. I only have one more year, so I might as well finish. Is this pandemic making college life hard? Yes, because I'm used to the Zoom meetings now, but I miss being in a class, ironically, even though I'm not a big fan of school, but I do miss being in a class. I have made friends on Zoom, but it's not like being in a class and, you know, actually talking to someone face to face, and, you know, maybe after class or like things like that. It's just different. The vibe is just different, and I know you know what I'm talking about, because I know that you feel the same way. If not, then maybe I don't hate people as much as I thought I did. The moral of the story is that I have not yet lost my love for PT, physical therapy. So that's a good thing. The bad thing is that I still don't like the fact that I have to have deadlines and everything's so rushed, and I have to, it's basically rush learning, because believe it or not, at least for what I'm studying, the amount of information they give you for like 4 months, to me, my brain just doesn't process it that fast because I do have a learning disability. Now I know there's a test that you could take, and you could tell your teachers that you have a learning disability of this and that, but I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like maybe the teaching methods and the workloads or the system that it's done should be done in a way where it's considerate to people that have a learning disability or some kind of dyslexia, because I don't feel that everyone's education is equal in a way. This is where my unpopular opinion comes in. I feel like if you're going to go through the art route, that maybe you don't need to go to college. I think that you could self-teach yourself, or you could do classes like, now they have like, Skillshare floating around, or you could take, a couple classes here and there at a community college, and that's fine. I don't think that you have to go to a art school to learn about art. I mean, if you have the money, then go ahead. Maybe there's a couple things that you'll pick up there. But I think that art wise, I don't think you have to go 4 years and then transfer to another school in order to get a degree to do it. But that's my unpopular opinion. I'm not saying that you should do this. I'm just saying that's my unpopular opinion. But I will say that obviously if you want to go be a doctor or be a nurse or be a business person, yeah, you should go to college. Like, there's things, little meticulous things that you need to learn and know about, because it's basically someone's life that their life is in your hands. So I think things like that, even being like, if you want to be in law enforcement, I think that you should have some college. My opinion, I know that not everyone does, but my opinion, I think you should. Things like liberal arts, I don't really know what liberal arts is, but I'm not sure what you would do with that kind of degree. Political science is good. I was interested in political science at one point, but college destroyed that dream real quick when, I don't know if it was, I don't want to say it's the teacher, maybe it was the book that kind of put me off to it, because it was very one-sided, and I don't like that. I don't like it when it's like something, I don't know. Look, all I could say is that if you know what you want to do, go to college for it, do whatever you want to do. If you're not sure and you want to take a year off and kind of figure out what you want to do, what your passion is, fine. My experience is that sometimes that doesn't come within a year. Sometimes it takes longer than that. And I think, at least how I feel, is that I do kind of regret taking so much time off from not going to school, because now I'm older and you see kids who have made it, have their business, do Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that, but that doesn't really happen to everyone. Not everyone gets those same opportunities. Life throws at you things sometimes. There's things that you want in life that you won't get because it's not meant to be in your life, and I think that's a struggle that we all have, because we see people blowing up on social media and making money like that, and you just think, oh well, I don't have to go to college, I could just do this and that. And yes, you can try that, but at some point you have to think, well, maybe this is not for me, or it's not meant to be for me. And that's kind of hard. That's kind of how, like, what I felt about acting constantly. I feel that But at the end of the day, I feel like, you know what, I'm at the point that I'm just living my life and letting things happen. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. And I think I'm okay with that. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop trying, because that's one thing that I won't do, is stop trying. So yeah, my unpopular opinion about college is basically the way college is set up. I constantly feel like maybe because of my disability that I won't be able to make it through the like my field. Like, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get my degree or finish college in a way. But then other times I feel like no, like if I have heard or seen people that have a learning disability or a dyslexia and they're able to do it, then without any help, then why can't I? This story kind of turned into a motivational thing. Sorry, my voice is like shaky because all of a sudden I got like very into this conversation and very personal that I'm like trying not to cry. But basically, it's a struggle. If you don't have a learning disability or ADHD, your advantage is different. Then you know what I mean, and the struggle. I just think that sometimes it seems like it's not possible, but it is possible. Yes, you're gonna have to work 10 times harder than everyone else. I do think education is a great thing. I think it, you know, knowledge is power. And even though I don't agree with the way college is set up, because I personally feel like sometimes college is set up to have a majority of people fail and only have a select few. I don't think that that should discourage anyone from going to college. And if you don't know what you want to do, at least get your, is it called GED? Oh my gosh, girl, your general ed, get your things together. Sorry guys, I meant general ed. At least get that done and out of the way. And then if you don't want to continue going to college because you just don't know what you want to do, at least you have that done. So when, if you do take a break and come back, you could just do what's required for you to do for your major, if that makes any sense. I wish there was a better way to accommodate based on people's learning abilities. Hey guys, it's me again. I forgot that I didn't even do like an ending to this. So basically what I wanted to end it with is to never give up, don't give up, keep on trying. You're there for a reason, you're as smart as everyone else, and just keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. And I hope you come back next time. Later, bye.